We're going to get the latest now on the Kyle Rittenhouse trial. Jury deliberations set to begin this morning, and Rittenhouse is facing possible life in prison if convicted of the most serious charges for killing two men, injuring a third during police shooting protests last summer. Terry Moran is tracking the case in Kenosha, Wisconsin. Good morning, Terry.
Good morning, George. The evidence is in, the arguments are over, and now the jury must decide. Is Kyle Rittenhouse a killer? A young man, a teenager who brought a gun to protests in this city, but who lost his nerve and started shooting people? Or did he act in self-defense against a mob? This morning, 18-year-old Kyle Rittenhouse's fate is in the hands of a jury as deliberations are set to begin.
I charge you to keep your duties steadfastly in mind and as upright citizens to return just and true verdicts.
In closing arguments, the prosecution argued that it was Kyle Rittenhouse who was the real threat on the streets of Kenosha that night, an active shooter who killed Joseph Rosenbaum and Anthony Huber and injured Gage Grosskreutz. Prosecutors pointing to this drone footage where Rittenhouse puts down a fire extinguisher and raises his rifle.
You're not allowed to run around and point your gun at people. This is the provocation. This is what starts this incident. You cannot claim self-defense against a danger you create.
Rittenhouse could be seen at times taking notes, and in moments when graphic evidence was shown and reshown, some in the courtroom looked away.
It's hard to look at, but this is what we're dealing with. When you fire an AR-15 at someone from close range, this is what it looks like.
The defense taking their final opportunity to drive home its case that the then 17-year-old was not an active shooter, but instead acting in self-defense, pointing to an image of Rittenhouse being kicked in the head.
Kyle was not an active shooter. That is a buzzword that the state wants to lash onto. Whenever Kyle was there, he reacted to people attacking him.
Earlier, in a blow to the prosecution, the judge dropped a misdemeanor weapons possession charge, but the now 18-year-old still faces 5 charges in total with a possible life sentence behind bars. The jury in this case has their work cut out for them. There are 3 separate shooting incidents for them to consider. Lots of video evidence and witness testimony on each one, and lots of law. 34 pages of jury instructions. Hard to predict juries, but they could be a while. And while many people expect victory for one side or another, we could get a mixed verdict in this case. TJ?
All right, Terry Moran for us. Thank you so much.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.